Hey, this is Smiles here with a new review. This past summer, Nintendo released Game and Wario for the Nintendo Wii U. Game and Wario follows in similar suit to other WarioWare games. After seeing the latest gaming craze, Wario calls up his friends to make a quick cash grab. Unlike previous WarioWare games, Game and Wario doesn't specialize in the fast-paced microgames. Instead, Game and Wario features more extended minigames consisting of 12 single-player minigames. The games put you in odd situations, from picking up females while skiing to playing video games while avoiding your mom. Don't worry, it gets weirder. Those familiar with Nintendo Land will feel right at home with the controls of Game and Wario. Most of the games consist of using the gamepad's touchscreen and gyro controls to take pictures, pick up pigs, or whatever other wacky situation you'll find yourself in. Most of the games don't require you to look at the gamepad to play, which makes this title easier to play for those not used to dual screens. Most of the games are broken up into different levels. For instance, Arrow requires you to shoot arrows at the mini Wario robots who are after your strawberries. I'm not making this stuff up, okay? After you defeat the first level, you unlock the next level with increased difficulty. Seems straightforward enough, but the problem is there aren't that many levels, making this game very short. Most of the games average about 3 to 5 levels, except for Patchwork, which oddly enough has 30 different patches you can complete. Despite the relatively low replay value of the single-player games, I honestly had a fun time with them. Like Nintendo Land, these games were quite fun to play. My brother and I would fight over the controller to see who could get the high score. Like other WarioWare games, you can earn tokens by playing single-player games, which you can then exchange at the Cluckle Pop machines to win some toys and games. While there isn't much of an incentive to unlock all these prizes, they're quite funny and even offer some sound advice.
Watch VGHO, Tuesdays at 9.
Besides single-player, you can also play 4 multiplayer games, including Fruit, Island, Disco, and Sketch. In Fruit, one player uses the gamepad to steal fruit while the other players must guess who the thief is. In Island, each player takes turns throwing frogs onto towers to score points. Disco has 2 players compete head-to-head to see who can keep up the beat, and Sketch is Pictionary. Like the single-player games, the multiplayer games don't have much replay value to them, but are quite fun at parties. Even my mom asked if she could play Sketch with us. The main charm of Wario games are their irrelevant sense of humor, and Game and Wario is no exception. The title screens for each game looks like it came out of a B sci-fi movie. The visuals, gags, and oddness of this game are laugh-out-loud hilarious. Even your face can get a funny makeover. The gamepad's inner camera allows you to take a picture of yourself and glamorize it. I have a spiffy mustache if I do say so myself. Here's my final verdict on Game and Wario. Gameplay gets an 8. The structure is unlike previous WarioWare games, but the mini-games themselves are quite fun. Design gets an 8. Game and Wario is quite easy to grasp. While it doesn't do anything revolutionary with the Wii U gamepad, it still uses the gyro sensor and touchscreen controls well. The game places enough emphasis on the dual-screen aspect without making it too overbearing. Replay value gets a 6. There's little depth in this game, and you can pretty much unlock most of the noteworthy secrets in an afternoon. Multiplayer is great at parties, but quickly wears thin if there aren't enough people playing. Presentation gets an 8.5. Game & Wario nails it in the humor department. This title is offbeat, eccentric, and just a little bit bizarre, which is exactly the type of game that you would expect when you think of Wario. Overall, Game & Wario gets a 7.6. While lacking in replay value, Game & Wario is a fun, casual game.
Na na na